Hey everyone, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Lucid's Tournament Game 7, where we are playing Helheim. This is turn 39, and we only have 25 minutes to do this turn. So let's go! I could ask for an extension, but I've already asked for an extension, and I try not to do that too terribly much. So, let's finish this off, shall we? We've got Blood Magic 5 researched. Nice. Next to be researched is Blood Magic level 6. We've done some reanimation. We got some fires from afar. 10 units were hit, and 10 of those were killed. Probably because the majority of those hit were skeletons. But, you know, whatever. It happens. Got some more reanimation. We captured 41 good blood slaves in Tiny Willow. Nice. There's a bunch of battles. We've got a battle in Menace. Most of these are us raiding Sarmatian lands. So, blessings, blessings. We're up against just one PD. Easy kill. No losses. This is a Calum attack against Femoria and Nausea. Coming in with some air elementals. Ooh, against a fair chunk of barbarians, but the air elemental should take care of them without too much trouble. Yep. Not bad, not bad. Yeah. Then we have a battle in Sarmatia itself. This is where we sent our kindly unit of mercenaries, Bernard the Brave. And actually, there's almost no province defense here in Sarmatia. So, and he didn't patrol. So, we very easily take it. Alright, and then we have a battle in Swande between Calum and some mercs. He's so confident in what he's doing right now that he actually, not mercs, sorry, indies, that he actually just attacks a province of barbarians that had taken over Marverdi territory. And, yeah, kills the shit out of him. Easy peasy. Firehorn Warriors. Fucking dope. Okay, so he lost 7 out of that. Whatever, chump change. We attacked in Laria. Another little double unit against some tiny pide. Very nice. Big, easy victory for us. And then in... Okay, so this is a big fight. We get to watch the battle in Cern. And I warned Femoria about this. I warned them that this army was in range to attack them. And we talked a little bit previously about what Femoria's layout is and how this is a layout that's going to get them killed. So, let's watch the battle and see what actually happens. So, Femoria's units begin to move forward, exposing his mages, his leaders. Storm goes up. All right. We've got a bunch of protection from lightning and all that jazz coming out from them. We got a shit ton of air elementals coming out from Calum. The air elementals go mostly... Oh, wait, the air elementals are still coming. The Spirehorns immediately kill 3 of the Fomorian druids, rout another one, then immediately kill the others. And the air elementals just wreak havoc. So... if what might have happened, I think Femoria would have lost this battle regardless. He's just outgunned. However, if all of those leaders had 5 bodyguards, right, and the rest of the forces were slightly behind and set on hold and attack, then there's the opportunity that those Spirehorn warriors come down and they completely envelop the box, but they're not killing everyone around the box, right? Take a look. Spirehorn warriors they only have 12 attack, okay? Versus something like a Furbolg warrior who has defense skill 16. That's actually a fair matchup for the Furbolg. And also keep in mind, Spirehorn warriors are almost the entirety of their efficiency is on the attack, right? Is on this initial charge. They have this Ice Lance charge bonus for first strike, right? If they miss this, then they have very little health. That guy's a bad example. That guy's a bad example. They have very little health. They only have 10 health, right? And they're not very defensive themselves. Very low protection, okay defense. They could immediately just, in the counterattack, die in droves, right? Now, I think Fomoriya would have lost this to air elementals anyways, would have lost this to Thunderstrike spam, and that's just because, I mean, look at what Calum has. Calum has, what is this? 5 Eagle Kings, 3 of these Fravashis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 area Seraphs. But he's just very outgunned. But he didn't need to lose as badly as he did lose. Truth be told. And that's all. I mean, we'll let it play out. But it's a total loss. Nothing makes it off the field. 127 units versus 118. And they lost 33 Spirehorn warriors. Now, again, I think regardless, because Fomoriya didn't, like, their options here are to do the same thing right back to Calum, right? Bring in a bunch of, like, if you're gonna fight Calum in this type of environment, block up, right? So the Spirehorns can't just assassinate your back line, but you block up, and then you produce a whole bunch of your own air elementals to go screw with his back line, because he's got the flyers, right? He's got the flyers. If he just holds his flyers, then they're not gonna do anything to you, and a bunch of air elementals are gonna wreck him anyways, right? So he has to, Calum, that's part of Calum's thing, is they need to be on the impetus. So if you send your own air elementals against them, they'll just rip Calum's backline to shreds. Those Arya Seraphs are not super tanky. The Eagle King's not super tanky either. I think maybe so they do have shock resistance inherently. The Eagle Kings do. The Area Seraphs do not, so the Eagle Kings probably will do just fine against something like Air Elementals, but the point still stands. And even the Spirehorn Warriors, right, they have shock resistance, but they only have 5. So they can get dropped by some Air Elementals. That being said, though, Air Elementals is not the route that I would go with Fomoriya in this scenario. It's just, with what he has right here, that's what I would have done. But I would have just brought a bunch of Numidian sorceresses against Calum, right? And Horde of Skeleton spam. In fact, I'm considering redirecting my research off of Blood to complete Enchantment 5 to have Horde of Skeletons myself, because I think it's going to be a useful tool against Calum, and I've been getting so many of those Hangadrots that are Death 4. So big loss for Fomoriya, which is bad for us, right? Because we don't want Calum to just bowl over Fomoriya. We don't want Calum to just bowl over Tirnanog. So that's apparently Tirnanog has had a big loss, right? And they're concerned. Now Fomoriya's had a big loss, so I'm concerned, right? We have also taken control of High Peaks, met no resistance. There's a battle in Sotera. This is Tirnanog raiding back. Got a Baobun Shi doing the exact same thing, right? Air Elementals going into the back line, easy peasy. And then we've got a Calum raid in against Tirnanog in the Glimmering Fields. This is an Arya Seraph against some PD. Ooh, and is this an Arya Seraph? This is an Arya Seraph, but this is an Arya Seraphine. Are those two different units? I don't remember. I think they are. But we've got a lesser fire elemental. 2 lesser fire elementals. Interesting. So this is somewhat like dodgy, because the Area Seraphine has no protection, very low dodge, and no like hat, so he can just get sniped, which is what this Slinger is trying to do. Ooh, someone got hit, but didn't matter. Area Seraphines are a little dangerous to raid with. But job done. And then we attacked in Towers of Heaven. So, this is the last little raid that we have, and it is up against just PD. All good. Alright. So, we had Unexpected Event in Strimclaver. Again, I think this is one of those population adjustment events. So, we get a little bit of population, and we get some province income. Nice. In Sinafe, we have a Magical Bird of Wondrous Colors. Got some gems. Cool. And then a worldwide event has happened. Alteration rituals are cheaper this month. The fortification in Saramatia is unharmed. And we didn't re-employ Bernard the Brave, so they are gone. So, what are we doing this turn? This turn is actually really, really simple. We are, because we're going back to executing the plan that we already had, we are moving our units onto Ard. Everyone's consolidating, and then we're going to hit Saramatia. This is big. It comes down to this. If it's entirely possible that Saramatia has outpaced us research-wise and is going to Shrek us in this fight. If they do, well, that sucks. Was a fun game. And if we lose too badly here, even if we win, right? If we lose too badly here, that could be game anyways. Because we're very slow on reacting to Calum. Because we might be able to react in the next turn or two. But we're very slow to react to Calum because of the army adjacency from the army that conquered Marverni was basically right next to our capital, two provinces away from our capital. Could very easily, if we had started raiding, just destroyed us. So we have to now we have this. If we can finish Saramatia, we have the opportunity to diversify, spread out our forces, basically, and start doing what we do best. But we're still gonna have to. We're gonna have to have a response to Calum and big Spirehorn stacks. So yeah, we're moving everyone into Ard. It's gonna be a real big fight, or a real big deal. Probably not a fight this turn. We are sending out 3 endless bags of wine. This we only have 114 supply usage here, so we should be fine. Even bringing in our other forces. We've got a little bit of gear out. We're not really doing anything with that gear yet, but we might. Everyone's set to do either Lightning Bolt or Thunderstrike spam. Easy peasy. We are casting Fires from Afar. We're casting Seek Arrow. We're doing more reanimation. We're making more Storm Spools. More Mound Kings. Continuing to research. Right now, we're going to leave our research goal as Blood 6. Because if we can get to Blood 6 and we can get some Ice Devils, that's a pretty cool mojo right there to be utilizing. I might move the Blood Hunters. I think we want to move the Blood Hunters. So we're gonna stash their whatchamacallits. We're gonna move them. Changing things on the fly, y'all. Because I think overwhelming Thunderstrike spam is going to be the key to really being able to win this in the long run. So we're going to bring in all of the Jarls that we have really at our disposal. Frost. And then everything else is mostly the same, right? We're going to continue to make bags of wine. Probably 2 or 3 more. Just as a stockpile. We don't really have anyone to utilize either of these 2 items, which is unfortunate. But that's pretty much it for the turn. We need to down Saramatia. our ability to stick in the game is going to be determined in the next 2 to 3 turns. If we lose, or if we are badly mauled, even in victory against Sarmatia, then we're pretty much fucked. And even if we are successful, even if we go in there and we smash Sarmatia, it might be too late. Because in 2 to 3 turns, Calum could bowl over the entirety of Femoria and badly cripple Tirdanog, and all that leaves left is Abyssia. And I'm hoping Abyssia, because Hinnom is almost over. Hinnom is almost done with. I'm hoping... I think Tirdanog has been trying to get Abyssia involved in the fight against Calum. And I'm hoping that that's going to turn out well. Because it's entirely possible that Calum just blitzes us all at this point. So, yeah. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, everybody. We need one last thing before I sign off. Is there any reason, really, to cast... Hellbind Heart is I don't know, potential, but I don't think so. I'm gonna take a bunch of slaves. So here's the secondary thing, right? Is there's an argument for, do I go initial just however many Jarls I can get to do 2 Thunder Strikes, right? Because if I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I don't think many of these are Thunder, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 times 2, that's 32 Thunder Strikes. Is 32 Thunder Strikes going to make the difference in that initial, first 3 turns of the battle? Or do I need to push for longevity, right? Because I could bring a bunch of blood slaves and aim to do a communion and try to produce more Thunder Strikes over the course of a long fight. Because I can easily throw in, we had 16, right? I can easily throw that up to 10 in a communion, and then just Thunder Strike with 6 people every turn for a long fucking time. Like a long time. Because they'd be Air 5 at that point, right? Like, that's not even counting the Hangadrots there. Oh well, yeah. I feel like we take some blood slaves. So take some blood slaves here and some blood slave. I'm not sure that that's the best plan, but we're going to leave it on the table. Alright, that's going to be it for the turn. If for no other reason, then I really barely have time left. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next turn. Bye, everybody.